Welcome back to the Patiently Aggressive Podcast, Maintaining the Balance. This is Big Wave, and today I want to talk to you about Bobbi and Funny Marco. Bobbi Althoff and Funny Marco. Now, these two was joined by the hip with their first episode when Funny Marco appeared on her first show or one of her first podcast show, and it took off from there. She even returned the favor. She gave him some money, I think 25,000. So they've been friends since then, but now there's a little beef going on. They were on tour, and then he doesn't want her on the tour anymore. She's planning on doing her own tour, but they're beefing now. He gave the reason why they're beefing, and she responded. Let me know which side you're on. You're on Bobby's side or you're on Funny Marco's side, or this shit doesn't even matter to you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Bobbi tour. I love Bobbi to death. Bobbi's a good person. I feel like everybody good. Let's be real. Like, I don't have shit bad to say about nobody. But when people pay their hard working money, I really, really care about that. So when I'm on stand-up tour and I'm selling out these tours and then me and Bobbi be able to come together and people are paying their money to come see us, I really want that to get better. I don't want it to be the same. I don't want to take nobody money if you can't get it again. Let me start there. Let me say that. If you can't get the money again, you don't need to be doing it twice. That's like with anything. With promo, if you're doing promo, don't be out here trying to scramble for money and take people hard work money to just do it and use your platform and then go about your day, because it's about like a relationship. A relationship is very, very important. So the fact that I feel like I did stand up before and I'm still doing it. So I understand I'm learning how to entertain a crowd. And it's not the same thing that you get on Instagram. This is real life where people are going to look and they want the energy and they want the feeling. And I feel like Bobbi was stiff a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hey man, let's really, really work on this. Like, and I paid script writers, like, let's really get him a show. And where she told me, that's not me. Bobbi was like, my comedy is me not talking a lot. And I'm like, shit, this is different. Like, you could do that on the podcast, but in real life, this is different. So her comedy was different from what she said, from what she wanted to bring to the show, which I can respect. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing about me getting mad. I'm not saying you're doing nothing wrong. I can't, but I just don't agree with it. I can feel like I don't agree with it. You feel me? The same way she probably don't agree with what I do. So you're not wrong for how you feel. But again, when people pay them tickets, and I just feel like, and I'm trying to put a production show together, and then you're not saying nothing, and I'm up there trying to talk, and I'm like, hey, Bobbi, and you're just like this. It was just like, it was hurting me. Because I know people are paying their hard, like, it could be their last money. It could be, they don't care about it. Like, I got the money. But again, if you don't pay to see something twice, I don't want to do it again. And I wanted it to get better, but Bobbi was just in her ways of doing it how she wanted to do it. And I was in my ways to do it how I want to do it. So nobody's in the wrong when it comes to that. But on my end, to explain to y'all, I just wanted more out of Bobbi. I wanted her to dance more. I wanted her to talk. And the audience was, believe it or not, a lot of people was coming to see her. So, like, her fan base is big. A lot of people was seeing her. You know, as much as I'm selling out on tour, a lot of people was coming to see her. So that was a beautiful thing. So I'm happy, like, man, they coming to see her. Like, hey, this, you can go along with this. Like, you can really make your podcast go live and taking it and bring your other guests on there. But again, she was doing it her own way. And I want entertainment. I want you to learn something. I want you to laugh. I want you to walk away and be like, damn, that was a good ass show. I don't want you to be like, yeah, it was all right. Because like I said, when people just think about money, that's what hurt their career. So it's a lot of times I had to turn down a lot of money because I just feel like it just wasn't good for my brand. Or it just wouldn't be, I wouldn't take it as serious, you know? And I don't want to play with nobody's money. Like, I'm not the person that do that. And I feel like the world just feel like everything's about money and they play with people's money and they want it. But again, it's just about, if you get it once, how can you get it again? Can you get it the same way you got it the first time? So understand that everything's not about money. Like, money is a reward. So once you tap in with yourself and you realize this is power and this is power, like your brain, your mouth, and your actions. Those are the three powers. Your brain, your mouth, and your actions. That's what's going to bring you the money. But people don't want to use the brain sometimes, or they don't want to use your mouth, or they don't want to use the action. And they just feel like they should get paid.
Recording. All right, Marco. I guess this is how we're doing this now. I saw your video. Not gonna lie, I was a little shocked. So here's my version of what happened. Last year, we were supposed to go on tour, and I backed out last minute because My husband had just left me. I just had surgery. And I was super nervous going into this because I was not prepared. And I text Marco and I said, Marco, I'm so sorry to do this, but I am so depressed right now. I literally want to myself. He doesn't reply to me. And then he unfollows me. I woke up from surgery actually to him unfollowing me. And not only that, in the coming weeks, he would go on multiple podcasts and talk about how much he didn't fuck my style of humor. Fast forward some time, I'm in Vegas doing an interview and he bumps into me and I'm like, oh, hey, stranger. He's like, let's go on tour again. I'm like, all right, fine, let's do it. During this tour, I'm trying my best. Every time I'm telling him, like, Marco, he's like, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I'm like, Marco, I'm trying my best, but like, it's hard for me to get out of my comfort zone of like, I have social anxiety, like debilitating social anxiety. That's why this whole thing of me is not fully a character. I actually am socially awkward. I'm socially awkward. It's embarrassing. I don't want to be, so I lean into it. And I am doing my best on this stage. Our last show, I try my best to get out of my comfort zone. I drink a little, and I thought it went so well. I was like, Marco, I did everything you said, and like, I actually felt really good about it. I felt like I really got out of my comfort zone. I really felt good about it. And he's like, yeah, you killed it. It was great. Fast forward a couple more weeks, and I hear from my team that he canceled it, and I'm like, what the Marco canceled the show, like why? They're like, I don't know. So I'm like calling him, doesn't answer me. I'm like, okay, congratulations on the baby, doesn't answer me. He just won't answer me, but then he's tagging me in post of Taylor Swift dancing and being like, that's Bobbi. And I'm like, okay, at least we're still cool. Fast forward to today, and I get tagged in a video of Marco standing by a pool talking to everybody about why he canceled the tour. I don't know anything. Anyway, with all of that said, I'm gonna go on my own tour.